Hey guys, hey, it's Mr. Lindy here, and today we're going to be multiplying whole numbers by decimals, but we're not going to use it with a standard form like the old way, like I learned or like your parents learned. We're going to be using a model, and um, something that a lot of people are going to ask is, what kind of model are we going to use? What I'm going to do is we're going to use this hundredth square right here. And if you look at it, each square in this model right here is worth 100th. So if I just did a casual thing and I said, what is 0.08 worth? And you would say, hey, that Mr. Lindy, that's 800ths. Well, what it would be worth is me just picking a marker and coloring in one, two. I'm just going to X them. It'd take me forever to color them in. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So that area that is colored actually right there is worth 800. You notice I only colored in 8 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them were colored in. So that's how we're going to use the model. But what they're going to do is now they're going to give us a multiplication problem. And what I like to do is I like to jump back and forth with different colors so I know how many times that it multiplied. And I'll show you on this next example here. It shouldn't be that bad. Okay, so if we look at this problem right here and you look at it and it says 5 times 0.04 or 5 times 4 hundredths. So what I like to do is I like to go over here. I forgot to do this trick right here that makes it a little more fun. But I'll take the highlighter and 1, 2, 3, 4. I pick that one. There's the first one. And then I do this one is 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I go back to the very first one that I used. And I go 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 3. Then I go 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 4. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. And then when you're done, you look at it and you say, oh, what do I have here? What's my answer? And all you have to do is basically just count every block that is shaded. So you notice that this yellow is the first 4, and the blue is the second 4, then the yellow again right here is the third 4, and then this blue is the fourth 4, and then this last yellow is the fifth 4th. And if you look at it, there you go. There's the 4 hundredths 5 times, and you would say, oh, that's 20 hundredths. And how do I write that? You write it like this. You write it like that. Let me drag it over here for you. There's your answer, 0.20. And then, somebody would say, hey, that's the same thing as 2 tenths. And if you look at it, look at the tenths rows. There's a whole tenth shaded right there, and there's a whole tenth shaded right there. So 5 times 0.04 or 5 times 4 hundredths equals 2 tenths or 20 hundredths. They're exactly the same thing. Okay, so let's take a look at the next example. This one, don't get confused when I add a little bit more. It shouldn't be that bad. Let's go back to my trusty highlighter here. And this time let's use green, and we'll use like that purple or whatever that is this time. So 13. So I know I have to shade 13 of them. 1, 2, 3, 10, 11, 12, 13. And I go and I switch my color so I know that I have to do this 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Go back to my green for my third time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And then finally back to purple for my last set. So we have 1, 2, 3, and then you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. And then some people are going to get all confused. And Mr. Lindy, I don't know what that is. I don't know. Just count the boxes. If you don't understand it, all you have to do is just count the boxes. So what I'm going to do is over here, I'm going to say, all right, there's 10, there's 20, there's 30, there's 40, there's 50, and then 2. So it should be 52 should be our answer. 13 times 4 is 52. So if you go, our answer is 0.52. It's as simple as that, guys. There's 52 hundredths shaded. That's how you write 52 hundredths right there. So this is actually a kind of a fun one. Some other students like to do it different ways. They shade like 13, and then they come over here and shade 13. Then they shade 13. Then they shade 13 again that way, and then count them all. That's fine too. It's no big deal. Do whatever way you feel comfortable with it. I like this way because right away all I have to do is count how many tenths are there and how many hundredths are left over. I have my answer. Okay, let's go to our final example. And, you know, the people that know their multiplication facts are going to be golden here. They're going to look at it and say, oh, that's just 11 times 3. I bet you my answer is 33. Well, let's take a look at it. Let's do green, do 11. And then let's do blue. 11, 9, 10, 11. And go back to green. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. All right, and those of you that said, Mr. Liddy, before I paused this and I tried it out before, or I just thought what you were going to do, and I said that the answer is going to have a 33 in it, you're exactly right. There's your answer. It is actually 33 hundredths. If you look at it right there, you count them all. There's 10 in each row, 10, 20, 30, and then 3 left over. So 10, 20, 30, 31, 32, 33. 33 hundredths because each square is worth a hundredth. Okay, guys, I know this one isn't that difficult. We'll do a ton of examples, and I'll have the teacher table open again, see if you want to sit down and do more. All right, guys, see you tomorrow.